Hi folks, and welcome to the Filmomik channel. And I'm in the woods, and it's starting to rain a little bit, and it's been hammering down. I hope that I got spared. But I wanted to show you something because Dong Kamet, I hope I pronounced it right, pointed out something when looking at my Nessie I showed, and he hinted of a similarity to this little guy here. This is the Grohmann knife. This one is, there are several around. This is a D.H. Russell belt knife, Canada, and this is an awesome knife, and it is also a very interesting knife because if you look at the angle between the handle and the blade, make that a little bit longer. By the way, a meter is a really valuable bushcraft tool. If you measure the axis through the handle and the blade, you are left with a certain offset. And this is the concept of the Grohmann, because on one hand it should be capable of being dexterous for carving and maybe camp utilities like a kettle hanger or tent pegs or something, because this is what this was developed for camping and woodcraft, and really interesting design and intriguing to me, because this is something I always thought a little bit often, well, not an issue actually, but a challenge. And actually, beautiful knife. It's made from C75 and razor sharp. And after all these years, really old. Got this used from a friend of mine who has an outdoor store. And greetings, Thomas, still treasured. And first, this one doesn't have the offset isn't that pronounced. If you take the axle that's going through the blade and through the handle, this is just a tiny offset. Also, the blade is a little bit more curved, which is a trademark of the Nessmuk design. So, which I find useful for carving stuff. And also, it's great. It has a little bit of freedom if you're cutting on a board, and it's great for. By the way, it's great for processing herbs. A more extreme example and another prototype I made is this one, and as you can see, there's a little difference between the Grohmann and the, as I like to call it, with a lot of self irony, and that is that the handle has a sort of a curve to it too. What this does is it lends itself to a more slicing, cutting motion, and I made this because, yes, you see that it's a little bit more ergonomic when carving, but also capable of cutting on a flat surface, also in the pinch grip. I really love the pinch grip for processing food. It's really works a pinch. Well, this is one of my favorites of this style, and you can see what I mean. It's and that's the difference between the Grohmann, because if you now would make and build an axis of through the handle and towards the tip of the knife, you see that's approximately on the axis. What this does is, for tasks like drilling, it puts the weight more in a more centered position, but due to the curved handle, it puts your hand in a position for more slicing cuts too. It has freedom for your knuckles too. If you're cutting on a board, you can use it like a herb chopper or an ulu in a rocking motion. If you want to process herbs of something, which is something I really do on a regular basis, and you can also grip it in a different manner. The thing is, if you have a dedicated carving knife, a dedicated carving knife is really awesome for its dexterity, and the dexterity of a knife is due to the weight being centered along the middle line, approximately, of course. It's always a little bit of give and take, and this makes the knife really dexterous in all positions. And this is one of the best carving knives I own. It's a Svante Djerf Storslate, and it's I need to make a sheet for it because I just get some crappy old thingy here, and it certainly deserves better. And I'm thinking about modifying the handle a little bit because it feels a little bit chunky. I don't know. Maybe that's a good thing. And this is really dexterous. If we return to the Goroma now, it's not that it weren't dexterous. It's awesome for carving too. It's not nothing that's well, it's marginal, the difference. On the other hand, it wants to falter. It wants to turn over, to flip over, because the weight is not centered along the line of the handle, and it is marginal. It's not something. And to be fair, if you measure it this way, you can make it look like but it's a little bit difficult. You can the offset isn't that big. If you take this as an angle, you can see this is how the offset looks like. Well, it's a little bit like that. See, and this is what is it? 2.5 centimeters, and this isn't much, and this you can make do. It's not I'm not bashing the knife. Quite the contrary. It's one of the nicest all-round camping knives I think there are. Actually, I treasure it a lot because that's what it is. It's I actually do use it, but I think this is too interesting, and I could not afford buying me another anytime soon. So this is more of a collection piece in order to illustrate what knife geometry is about. And this is something I can only recommend thinking about knife geometry for carving, because this is a lot of people complain about knives not being able to do this or to do that and something and well, it's always the butt battening and stuff, and I want to make something clear, because I really saw a really awesome video by Mark Young. Go over to his channel if you want. It's a really awesome channel, and I think he put the nail on the head. He hit the nail on the head with this video. It's not about bashing battening. I've done this too, you know, and it's choosing the right tool for the job. If I get an axe, why should I risk my primary tool, aka the knife, by risking it to break on a knot? So don't do that. This isn't what I'm about. And if I got all I got on me is an SAK or a smaller knife or something, well, better safe than sorry. That's just what I'm saying. If your knife can stand up to that kind of abuse, well, fire away, go nuts. It's a pretty safe way to prepare blanks for spoons, and if you're preparing spoon blanks, it's not what I'm advocating against. Most of the time, that's pretty straight grain and no big knots. And I'm just saying that if you get an axe or something else or a throw, and you're confronted with knotted hardwood, just use your brain. It's the most valuable tool you have, and this is what I'm saying. I go to the video by Mark Young. It's really, it really says everything I would want to say to. Well, and actually I stopped making these some time ago, because, well, no smithy, and actually I think it's a little bit over the top too, but this is one leftover blank I still have. It's made from spring steel, and I think I will complete it. Just have to drill the tang, and I think I would like to put on some striped maple handle on it, or maybe antler, don't know. What this is it is a little bit slicier and thinner than this one. Don't know if that's a good thing, but and it's marginal, obviously. Actually, spring steel, another topic, but that's a topic for another occasion, I think. So, well, that's what I was wanted to clarify, that well, a Fimbulmuk, as I like to call these, is not just a Grohmann copy. It's something I really put some thought into it. I must admit, maybe that's a little bit really maybe over the top, because, well, it does. This is one of my favorite bushcraft knives, still, for a reason, because it really does a lot of things really great, and for what I'm doing, this is really spot on. And spring steel, by the way, which is a really resilient steel for bushcraft knives. And to be fair, it is inspired by a Nessmuk, and but it isn't. It is inspired by a Nessmuk and a Grohmann, but it is not both. Both it is not. It's just it's something. I recently learned that Grohmann also made a Nessmuk design, and this is more along the lines of the Grohmann Nessmuk, and this is. But I wanted to clarify, as I said, because there was a little thought that went into it, and it's not just a Grohmann. And so this one here is, by the way, interesting because it's junk steel. And if you look at that, I don't know if the focus, there's a little crack along the because it was a buster to forge. This is one of the ingots I found, and you can see the dendrite structures on it, which I find lovely. Actually, this has quite a decent hardness. I tempered it really conservatively because I didn't know what I was having. I estimated the carbon content to around 1.2%, because it's on the very, very limit of what is forgeable. I can tell you because I tried to forge it. And it's it's a really really great whittler, as you can see. It's a little bit addictive. I need to cut. I need to cut. But I think I could have tempered it far higher, to a higher hardness. So I could maybe, but I'm afraid to take apart the handle and re-quench it. Actually, well, it works. It's still. I've been whittling with it for some time already, and it's not as hard as my recent the knife I showed in a recent video. On the other hand, this one is a pain in the ass to sharpen, and this is another thing. I think I will reduce the temper a little bit, because it's just really difficult to get it to shaving sharpness, and I'm not quite there yet, and currently I don't have a belt sander or anything. It's just me and a random stone. So actually I like it. It's really it really got a decent sharpness already, but still a lot of work to be put into it. And to be honest, in the woods, it's a little bit of a thing that you maybe that would maybe suck if you need to resharpen it. So hope that was halfway comprehensive, and you enjoyed the video and the backgrounds of my thoughts and design ideas. Well, I hope I'll be able to finish that one in time to come. I don't know when I will manage to. It's at the moment, life sucks a little bit because I care for an elderly person, and well, life's how it is. And but looking forward to it, and what I'm aiming for is a sort of a rustic mountain man aesthetics and something. Or maybe I find some green micarta or something would also be cool. So maybe with some liners or something. I just don't know. Maple I just got lying around, and it's also beautiful. So maybe that'll be the way to go. So, hope you enjoyed the video, as I said, and enjoy the forest. Take good care. Have a cup of tea for me, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.